Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I'm so glad to see all of y'all here. Y'all ready to see our students graduate? Yeah! Alright, so I'm here. My name is Emily Tribbett, and I'm going to be singing you guys the Black National Anthem. So if you all please rise for me. Thank you. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Bring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the past can promise. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Joseph Sanders, to Académie Lafayette International High School's 2026 High School Commencement. This year's graduates are an incredibly impressive group. They have been offered over $3,712,324 over 4 years in scholarship money. They will be pursuing careers in engineering, criminal justice, dental assistance, music production, history and anthropology, nursing, film, library sciences, radiology, marketing, education, occupational therapy, water sciences, clinical psychology, forensic entomology, computer science, automotives, and animation. They're a real diverse and exciting group of lifelong learners. Now, I'd like to introduce our Student Council President, Ms. Amina Ben.
Please rise if you are able for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. And now, please welcome our ALIHS choir, led by Director Mr. Burns, to perform the Star Spangled Banner.
It is with pleasure that I introduce today's keynote speaker, selected by the class of 2026. This educator is known for her dedication to her subject and her constant empathy for her students and all others around her. Her students agree that her ability to speak with teenagers in a loving and genuine way is a peerless trait. Students have said that a wonderful trait is that she takes the extra time every day to check in with students by going around the room at the top of class. In addition to her gentle demeanor, her love of history is palpable. Griffin Robertson said, "She is passionate about teaching and she made me love history." Favorite class memories include learning about the American Revolution and the atomic bomb debate. Please welcome Rachel Moser.
Reading as I look at you, I am reminded of one simple sentence. Today, we are making history. I know what some of you are thinking. The history refers to the history of ALIHS and this third graduating class. On one level, yes, that is true. You are making history as the largest graduating class to date. The first class with co-valedictorians, and the first class with real-world learning ambassadors. However, you are making history in a much more meaningful and personal way. Each and every one of you has the makings of greatness. Each day, you are faced with a choice. The choice to choose what kind of story your life will tell. Your words, your thoughts, your actions, and your attitudes shape your story. And in shaping your story, it shapes your history. The history others will see years in the future. And what kind of history will you make? Will the history you make focus on what you learned here academically? Will the history you make focus on your interests? Will it focus on giving back to your communities? Will it focus on making the world a better place? Oh, I hope that your history strives to make the world a better place. You see, over the past 3 years, I watched you grow and mature. I watched your interests evolve. I watched your experiences shape your worldview. Conversations deepened over time. Many of you came to me that first day of DP History of Americas and told me that you did not like history, that you saw no purpose in it. Yet within a few months, I watched as you enthusiastically reenacted a battle from the French and Indian War. How you got into heated debates about independence, entering World War II, or dropping the atomic bomb. And how you loved story times, people's stories, people like you and me. People faced with impossible situations who persevered, people who endured tragedy, people who overcame tribulations and triumphed. Within each story was a connection to each of you. I watched as you faced writing your history internal assessments. Part of you wanted to give up immediately or put it off for another day, as if that would make the paper disappear. But there was another part of you that rose to the challenge and found the determination to see the task to its completion. You found interest you could connect to history, whether that was the postal service, fishing, women samurai, Greek art, the study of insects, Donald Duck, Aztecs, race cars, religion and faith, holidays, fashion, the Regency era, World War II, medicine, and many, many more. The conversations about these varied interests and their intersections with history were often glimpses inside you and the passions you hold dear. Over the years, I laughed with you, listened to your concerns, helped you with IB struggles, frozen or roasted with you when a scent in the hallway or classroom made it necessary to keep my windows open, and watched as you cared enough about each other and your teachers to celebrate birthdays, check on each other, and get help for another person, and genuinely support each other. Never lose that kindness, for it is one of your greatest strengths. Winston Churchill once said, "History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it." Like Churchill, you are writing your history day by day, decision by decision, word by word, action by action. As you go out into the world, whether that is college, trade school, apprenticeship, or straight into the workforce, know that I and all my fellow teachers believe in you, and know that each of you can fulfill your dreams. Don't give up. Learn all you can. Have courage as you face new challenges, and be kind. The world is dark enough. Spread light. A little light dispels the darkness. So I say to you again, today we are making history. But most importantly, today and every day, you are making history. May your lives reflect a history which raises others up and helps people. Congratulations to each of you. I am so proud of you, and I always will be. We are so proud of you and the people you are becoming. You are loved, you are valued, and you have great things ahead of you. So go out into the world and make history every day. Thank you.
I am pleased tonight to introduce our first of two valedictorians. Derek Durham. Derek pursued the IB diploma at Lee Summit High School and has continued his rigorous academic journey his senior year at Académie Lafayette. In his short time back at Yale, Derek has become an important part of the class of 2026. In addition to excelling in academics, Derek is a member of Key Club and the Rambunctious Random Acts of Kindness Club. When asked about his time at Yale, he mentioned that both clubs helped him step out of his comfort zone, leading him to discover how much he enjoys his service in helping others. He brings this desire while working as the lead translator for USA basketball camp in France. Fittingly, it is the basketball court where Derek feels most at home. While he has continued his passion on his club basketball team, some of his favorite memories this year have been leading his AL teammates as team captain. He says, beating IMG Academy is one of my favorite memories from AL. They were heavily favored to win the game, so our team upsetting them really made the rest of the AL students start to believe in us. Derek's favorite memories at AL include the beloved field trips in Mr. Baldy's 8th grade class, that awesome IMG Academy game, and finally getting his extended essay done. Derek will be attending Missouri Valley College in the fall to study sports exercise science as well as playing basketball for the school. He hopes to one day play basketball professionally overseas, preferably bringing him home to his native country of France. Derek is bright, hardworking, kind, inquisitive, and patient. It is my great honor to present ALIHS Class of 2026 valedictorian, Derek Durham.
The amount of time I've spent at ALIHS has been small, but I cannot say the same for the impact it has made on me. Being able to represent AL here today is a great honor. Staff and students alike have welcomed me with open arms and have made me feel like I belong. This class of seniors are diverse, talented in multiple areas, fierce, and most of all, have a strong, unshakable character. Through my interactions with them, I've seen just how much the time at AL means to them. Not just because the majority of them have been here since kindergarten, but instead due to the huge mark left on them by the staff. Teachers here, coming from all walks of life, push students to have an open mind, be curious of how the world works, and to stand strong before adversity. On behalf of all of us, I would like to say something that I feel like is not said enough. Thank you. Thank you for all of the energy you have poured into the betterment of this senior class, and even if that energy is not always returned, I can assure you that it will be a huge reason for our future success. As for all the parents present, I hope that you are proud of where your child has completed their high school education, and I also hope that you are proud of them in general, because it wasn't easy. I'm sure you know that each and every one of us has had to go through a long and difficult path to get to this point, and that we couldn't have done so without your continued support during our lows and encouragement during our highs. We kindly ask that you continue to aid us in reaching our future goals. Now, to the AL Class of 2026, you have taught me how to lead by example and through my voice. You have helped me to learn how to take initiative, and you have shown me how to represent something bigger than myself. I believe that each and every one of you has a gift, and that you're fully capable of using this gift to make a positive impact on the world. Even though you will surely face some hardships, the challenges that we have each fought through to sit here today have equipped us with the willpower that we can use to surmount any obstacle, and that is what we will do. I'm fully confident that you will achieve whatever you want to in life, but if you ever feel discouraged, remember your time at AL. Remember the fact that you're only a third graduating class, Remember how we went from a basketball team not winning a single game in 3 years to placing second districts this past year. And remember all the organizations that you've had a hand in creating, like Key Club and soccer, and all of the other important positions some of you have held in pre-existing groups, like Stuco and the dance committee. Remember all the bonds you have made through your time here that will potentially last for your whole life. And most importantly, remember the feeling you should be having right now: immense, unconditional pride in yourself. Thank you.
I'm pleased tonight to introduce our second valedictorian, a young woman whose hard work and dedication throughout her years at Académie Lafayette have earned her this title. Juliette Lafayette has attended AL since kindergarten and continued her bilingual education, challenging herself by pursuing our most rigorous academic option, the bilingual international baccalaureate diploma. Juliette is extremely engaged and high achieving in all of her academic subjects and is an important member of the class of 2026. She has led multiple clubs and organizations at Yale. Juliette is the vice president of the debate team, student council senior class representative, president of Thespian Troupe 11916, and has spent upwards of 500 hours assistant stage managing and stage managing all 4 theatrical productions at our high school. However, it was her MYP personal project sophomore year that led to her founding and establishing a charter for our school's Key Club. Juliette's favorite high school memories have included Tech Week for this year's Almost Main, where she problem-solved hot mics and light cues with the students in the booth. She also jumped at the opportunity to travel to China in the summer of 2025. She describes the moment she and her classmates walked up the Great Wall of China. It was raining, she said, and the view was absolutely beautiful from the top. It was so special. Juliette is involved in her church and is a passionate volunteer. She has worked at Youth Front Summer Camp for the past 4 summers, working with elementary-aged campers. Juliette is organized, focused, reflective, tenacious, empathetic, and kind. AL has indeed been fortunate to have inherited Juliette from kindergarten to high school. In the fall, she will be attending University of Kansas, where she plans to study math in hopes of one day becoming a middle school math teacher. It is my honor to present ALIHS's class of 2026's valedictorian, Juliette Lafayette.
Today, I like to imagine the class of 2026 as a collage. We all come from different backgrounds, different places, different families, and different schools, and different friend groups. However, all of us have been pieced together to form a piece of art. Our piece of art is messy, of course. There have been students that have left the school and students that have joined us on the journey halfway through. But it is also so incredibly beautiful. When I was in 8th grade, I was faced with a choice: going to Lincoln College Preparatory Academy or staying here at Académie Lafayette. And I'm proud to stand in front of you today and say that now, 4 years later, I believe that I have made the right decision. On the first day of 8th grade, I had an emotional breakdown after school. I realized that I had no close friends in my class and I felt so alone. After the first 2 weeks, I began to find some friends. However, even with several friends, I felt like my scrap of paper was a part of several different collages. It was not until the end of 8th grade that I realized that throughout the year, I had become friends with some of the most wonderful people ever. It did not matter how many collages I was a part of, because every single one of them was so incredibly important to me. My 8th grade classmates had a very big impact on my high school decision. When my best friends told me that they were going to stay at AL for high school, I decided to tag along. On the very first day of high school, I was again put in the same situation. I had no friends in my school skulk meaning a packs of foxes, which was the word we used back then for our advisories. However, throughout my first day at our high school, I realized that the friendships and the collages that I made were going to be the reason that I stayed. Throughout middle school, I stuck to my cohort and my set group of friends because of COVID and the regulations that we had set in place. So there were dozens of students that for all of middle school I have never spoken to. Many scraps of paper that I had not even considered for my collage, many of whom are sitting here in front of me today. There is a word in Chinese, yuan fan, that means a destined coincidence that brings us all together. Being a part of this collage is our yuan fan. Some of us were forced to be a part of this collage, and some of us chose to. But in the end, we are all so lucky to be in a collage where we can enjoy the chaos and the beauty together. Many of the people sitting in front of me today are my best friends today. They will be my best friends tomorrow, and hopefully for the rest of my life. There is a novel I have recently read called Shark Heart by Emily Haddock. It is about a man that is slowly morphing into a shark. The story is centered around the idea that lasting connections are not merely found, but they are also built. While reading, a certain quote stuck out to me that reminded me of my peers. You make everything better than when you found it, especially me. If you knew me in middle school or elementary school, you know that I was not a social butterfly. I was quiet and kept to myself. However, in high school, I truly believed that I was able to flourish and find my place within this collage. I believed that I would not be the person I am today without the friendships that I have made. I also want to highlight the teachers that have given us the glue and the paper to put together our collage. The teachers at Académie Lafayette want us all to succeed, not only in our studies, but also in our lives and friendship. They were never just names on our schedule. They were silly stories, familiar faces, and friends. I believe that our teachers are our main cheerleaders, and all of them are the reason that I want to pursue a career in education. I want to see collages form in front of me. Of course, learning is the most important part of school, but I would argue that forming relationships is just as important. Before wrapping up my speech, I would like to say a few thank yous. I would like to thank my parents especially for giving me all the support I've ever needed, even when they don't speak the language that I am struggling with. I would like to thank my sisters, my older sisters, for sharing all of their ID wisdom with me, as well as my little sister, who will always listen to me complain about my work and proceed to watch me do it all. To my friends from the 8th grade, thank you for influencing the best decision of my life. I would also like to thank my lovely debate partner, Amina and Bang, for the most amazing and fun debates. Thank you to Miriam Akhtar, who has had every single class with me for the past 5 years, and for being the best friend to complain and rejoice with. I would like to thank my key clubbers for helping me wherever they were needed. And to the ALIHS Theater Department, I wish you the best, and I will be there to see your amazing show next week. To my other classmates and peers, I have adored every single conversation and interaction we have had for as long as I can remember. Thank you all for being the collage that will forever be hanging up in my mind. Thank you.
Mr. Bang, will you please join me at the podium? Mr. Elman Bang, Superintendent, I have the honor to present to you 2026 candidates for graduation. These students have satisfactorily completed all district and state requirements to be considered a graduate from Académie Lafayette International High School. Mr. Bang, I therefore invite you to accept our graduating class of 2026.
Upon recommendation of the administration and faculty of Académie Lafayette International High School, I seek the authority of the Board of Directors of Académie Lafayette to confer upon each of you a high school diploma with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertain. Members of the board, will accept this class. Thank you very much. Otherwise, I'll keep it another year. Thank you. As Superintendent of Académie Lafayette, I certify that these candidates have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for secondary education prescribed by the Académie Lafayette Board of Directors and the state of Missouri. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2026 to be graduates of Académie Lafayette International High School. It's hard to believe it, that my little girl is graduating with all the, I remember all the games and all the parents of class of 2026. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back, and you did a great job. It was a pleasure being with you and all these games and so on. So, last week a parent asked me what advice I would give to these kids. So it's a tough question today. As you know, the world is all changing. So, dear graduates, at the age of AI, artificial intelligence and quantum computing continues to evolve. So our world is becoming increasingly complex and unpredictable. As you begin the next chapter of your journey, it's essential to develop adaptability since change. Agility, adaptability is extremely important. Resilience, and living with purpose, and strong ethical values. Character trumps everything. It trumps even achievement. You may one day be called upon to use your voice to advocate for the betterment of your community and our interconnected humanity. Doing so requires often more courage. So the diploma you are about to receive is far more than a piece of paper. It represents your hard work, perseverance, and dedication, as well as the invaluable support of your families and friends. Above all, it stands as a symbol of your readiness to embrace opportunities and challenges that lie there. I would like also to thank our teachers, from kindergarten teachers to 12th grade, and everybody who contributed to this achievement. I would like to thank really my wholehearted thanks to the high school very caring team led by Dr. Paul here. You have been excellent helping these kids. I thank the board also, dedicated board who extremely supportive for whatever we're doing. They voted to grant a lot of support, including the international trip subsidized. Graduates, please rise to accept your diplomas.
Derek Durham. Juliet LaFollette. Lauren Yarnovich. John Aguilera. Miriam Akhtar. Noam Aldesori Cavazos. Jordan Banks. Audrey Brown. Zaya Brunson Lee. Brandon Bunton. Z. Chenoweth. Kane Cook. Nigel Dalton. Sophia Haley. Aradia Faye. Manel Fidalgo Devoto. Julian Halor Perry. Kason Homerhausen. Anasia LaRose. LaDamian Lester. David D'Angelo Huertamillano. Aminata Mbang. Giselle Morales Calderon. Elijah Muhammad. Gerardo Ortiz Marin. Jasmine Pascal. Fabian Peña Mendez. Natalia Pujols. Griffin Robertson. Kylan Stanley. Reese Sherman. Jonas Boat. And Taylor Williams.
faculty and staff of Académie Lafayette, President of the Board, may I present to you the graduating class of 2026.
Lauren Yarnovich has earned the second highest GPA of all students, all while pursuing the challenging international baccalaureate diploma. Lauren has been at AL since kindergarten and appreciates not only her educational experience, but how tightly knit her AL community has always been. She states that a favorite memory from grade school was when she won an essay contest in 5th grade and was asked to deliver it on the stage. She says, "I froze, standing in front of everyone, and Miriam jumped up immediately to deliver it for me." Lauren was a writer for the Etc. and was active in journalism in the journalism department. She has enjoyed working on Envirothon and competing in the Regional Academic World Quest Contest for the last 2 years. She has volunteered at the Kansas City Zoo and interned at EAG Advertising and Marketing. She has also volunteered with Warnell Major's House and Harris Carty House, as well as her church and KC Pet Project. She has been a member of the volleyball team and holds the record at ALIHS's first state qualifier ever when she competed in the high jump at track her freshman year. Her favorite ALIHS memories include trips to Costa Rica as well as Senegal. Lauren said, "I had the opportunity to practice my second and third languages outside of a classroom environment for the first time, and I participated in a real cultural immersion experience that would be impossible to replicate." Lauren will be attending Mizzou in the fall, pursuing a major in history with a minor in French. Join me in welcoming our salutatorian, Lauren Yarnovich, to the podium.
Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. There's a place where the sidewalk ends, and before the street begins, and there the grass grows soft and white, and there the sun burns crimson bright, and there the moonbird rests from his flight to cool in the peppermint wind. Let us leave this place where the smoke blows black, and the dark street winds and bends. Past the pits where the asphalt flowers grow, we shall walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and watch where the chalk-white arrows go, to the place where the sidewalk ends. Yes, we'll walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and we'll go where the chalk-white arrows go, for the children they mark and the children they know, the place where the sidewalk ends. Thank you.
We are almost at the end of our commencement. At this time, I would like for us to recognize in our midst our parents who have entrusted us with their students and have watched them grow and develop into the young men and women that they are this evening. Parents in the audience, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your most precious gifts, some of them with some very big personalities. Mr. Ben mentioned earlier the board, central office, and everyone else who has contributed kindergarten up to high school. This time, however, I would like to very specifically ask that all our middle school teachers stand and be recognized. You laid some foundation. Then we have a very special group of people, very special, extraordinary special group of teachers, whose hard work, commitment, they have worked tirelessly with our seniors tonight and have really impacted their lives in significant ways, as you can see from some of the demonstrations tonight by our students. I'm going to ask the high school team to please stand and be recognized. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. On stage, we have the senior advisors. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's stand to listen to you all. Thank you. Thank you. It would be negligent of me not to mention three very special, phenomenal ladies who contribute day in and day out to our kids. They are Madam Katie Wilson, our IB coordinator, the popular Madam Seeley, college and career coordinator, and Kate Absher, whose work is on display tonight. Thank you so much. This is usually the part that I struggle with. Seniors, I'm addressing you. It has been an immense pleasure to be your principal these past few years, and to watch you grow into the wonderful young adults that stand here before me today. I wish you the best in your endeavors, and know myself and the rest of the Académie Lafayette faculty and staff will be cheering you on. Congratulations, class of 2026. I would like to welcome class representative Taylor Williams to the podium to conduct the turning of the classroom.
As senior class representative, I would now like to invite the class of 2026 to stand with me as it's time to conduct our ceremony with turning of the tassel. Please join me as we turn our tassels from right to left, signifying our graduation from Académie Lafayette International High School.